Hello everybody. This is Dee. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to try to do a short, simple video because, as I said in my last video, or maybe it was the one before that, I was set to have a heart cath procedure, and they went through my wrist. And so I'm still sore, and I'm still a little bit limited in how much pressure, how much weight I can put on this wrist. So we are going to do the best we can. And I just realized it's Friday night and I don't have a video for tomorrow morning. So we're going to try to do this as best we can. And so I tried to gather some things that I've had around for a little while and put a card together for you. Okay. The first thing is that a while back I saw an idea someone had about taking tissue paper and cardstock and gluing the tissue paper onto the cardstock with Mod Podge. Do you remember Mod Podge from back in the day? Well, they still make it, and so I took an old brush, and I mean, this is really old, and I had a piece of cardstock. Honestly, I don't have a blank piece of cardstock. Well, let's just take this little bit. This is kind of ridiculous, but let's just say I cut a piece of tissue paper to fit, and then I took my Mod Podge and I glued just directly. I put it on the cardstock, and then I put the tissue paper on top, and then I put another layer on top of that. So then I got some examples like this. Now this cardstock started out orange, and it had some inking on there with a flower. It's really hard to tell what this was, but if you can see the wrinkles that the tissue paper created, it's kind of interesting. And then here's another example I did. This was kind of a pinky lavendery piece of paper that I did the same process with. And then this one, I like the paper, the pink paper, but I don't really like the orange background. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But this is what we're going to use today. This was just a strip of pattern paper that I put the tissue paper on and glued it. So we're going to use this as part of our card today. Now, I have some dies that I want to show you. Sorry, my voice is a little gravelly tonight. Don't know why. This is the Spellbinders Cutting Dies Essential Arches. I've been wanting this set for a while, and so I got it finally ordered, and I took 2 of the sizes, and I'm going to die cut these in my die cutting machine if I can do it, because I want to turn this whole card into a shaker card. So let me bring over my die cutting machine, and I'm gonna do it with my good arm, and let's see, are we in shot at all? I think I'll have to zoom out a little bit, see if I can get this right. Nope, I got it wrong, of course. Okay, sorry about my mess around there, but let me get this out of the way because we'll need room for our die and whatever to get through. Now, I can't remember my sandwich that I have to do, so we're just going to experiment. I think I might need a silicone cutting mat. So let me get that out, and we'll do a little experimenting because I can't remember the sandwich. So here we go. Let's try this. Let's put it in this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a frame. So, you know what? I think I'll try to... Oh, I don't think that's going to do it. I'm going to rotate it with my non-dominant hand, and I'm not going to promise anything. Here we go. Is it cutting? We'll see here. If I need to add another layer, I will. Up. I don't think it did anything. So let's try this again. And maybe we'll even just try this with the cutting plate, the top cutting plate. Okay. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, now I'm gonna... Ooh, that might be... Oh, no, I think it's working. Okay. Oh, here we go. Next week, hopefully my wrist will be back to full strength and I'll be able to do what I need to do that way. Oh, I can see already it worked great. Let me get this out of the way. And we will pull this back in here. See what happened? Nice, huh? So, and I tape these together so that they will make a frame. Skip these. All right, now I'm going to set aside this scrap. This, by the way, is fun foam that I had, and so I thought I would use it as my layering for the shaker card so that I can have a little space there. Now, this is what I'll use. This is a scrap I'll save for some other project. Okay, so I've got this. I think we'll turn it like this. This is my card base. And we are going to, first of all, glue this. Do you see what I did here when I made these? I put the leftover, the outer edges of the tissue paper in the back and glued them so they would stay. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to squeeze this with my left hand. So, and very welcome good news. They did not find much blockage at all in my heart, so that was very good news. But the question is, why am I still having pressure in my chest after I exert myself? So I will see the cardiologist again on Wednesday of this coming week. So hopefully we'll be able to get some answers through, you know, a little more time. And we'll get this going here. And let's see here. Okay, so this is what this will look like. I'm going to save this because I will need something to cover the actual arch. Okay, but this will be our base layer to make room for the sequence that we're going to use. So I have these out, and I think before I do that, I will show you my piece of acetate that I'm going to glue onto the... Actually, I don't really need to glue it because this fun foam has a sticky back, so I can just... Oh, it might be a little misshapen though. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. Let's see if we can get it as straight as we can. We'll start with the bottom layer, and then we'll, oh boy, this is really crazy. Really crazy. Maybe I should have just done a short little video saying I wouldn't have a video this week, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, now I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna trim this. Hopefully this won't be too much for my wrist, because we need to make a barrier to keep the sequins in. And it is back to being hot here in Iowa, unfortunately. So I'm kind of sweating. My fan is on behind me. And so we're toughing it out again. Okay, now I'm going to take my microfiber cloth and I'm going to rub the inside of that acetate, because it kind of got a little marked up in the package. It was actually a scrap that I used. So we are going to get another piece of cardstock, so hang on. Okay, I'm back. I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I guess we have to bring in the die cutting machine again, because we need to do another border here with our arches. So let me bring in the die cutting machine. And get this. I'm sorry for being so disorganized, guys. Yesterday I was pretty out of it still from the anesthesia. And I think it's kind of showing right now too. My brain is just not working very well. Okay, so I've got my sandwich to do my arch, and I'm gonna do it with my left hand. And we'll have another layer to cover the arch. Oop, whoa, I just knocked my brush clear out of there. Let's get this out of the way. And we will take this off. And whoop, piece of tape here. And here we go. We have another scrap we could use for something else. And this is the part that we need for our card. Right here. So I will take that off, and it's the same size as the yellow part of the fun foam. I'm going to set this aside. Now, let me get a scratch paper here. Hopefully you guys are still with me and haven't given up on me. Okay, now, oh, still got a little bit here to wipe off. So, our card base. I am going to set this down here, and then we'll get our sequins, and I want to match the colors in the cardstock here. So we have green. We have actually more than one color of green. Well, that doesn't want to stay, does it? We have pink. I think I will stick with some green. Now, I'm not going to put them here. I'm going to put them here. Okay. And maybe we'll throw a few kind of silver ones in the mix. What do you think of that? Okay, I think that will be enough for now. And so I'm going to have these here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue the underside of the frame, and then we'll put it on the card base. Okay. This is kind of tricky left-handed. I could have used something like red tape, but I didn't think about that till just now. That would have been okay too. Okay, now I am going to put this on as straight as possible. And it's just kind of a guessing game right now. But let's just do it and hope for the best. Okay. Give that glue a little bit of time to set up. I think I'll zoom you guys in. Okay. Oh no, I didn't get it all the way. Uh-oh. Oh, you saw what happened, didn't you? I didn't get it glued on well enough. Okay, we're gonna start over. For some reason, that glue did not want to stay. Okay, so we're gonna go to plan B, which would have been better in the long run. So I'm going to get my red tape after we get all these sequins in, and then we'll try it again. Okay, and let's get these back in here. I really thought the glue would hold, but actually I think the problem was I didn't allow the glue to dry long enough. So let me pause and I'll get my red tape. Okay, here we go again. So I've got my red tape, and I'm going to line the frame with the tape. And when you do this, it's important to get as much of the area covered as possible. Okay, so that no little sequins escape. We don't want any escapees. That is, I'm gonna just bring it around like this. You know what? I don't think it wants to bend, so I'm gonna stop here. And then we're gonna start with a new piece. This might be tricky, trying to get it to go around the curve. I might have to do a lot of little sections. Okay, we can do that though, that's okay. And a little more. Whoops. Whoops. Goodness. I guess it does kind of curve a little bit, as long as I don't mind a wrinkle in the tape. Okay, now we'll try to finish this. If you're still with me, thank you. I appreciate you being patient with my little goofs in this video. Okay, let's get that pressed down. I'm gonna have to use my sharp little tool, I think, to get this to come up. So let me go over it a little more. Make sure it's nice and adhered, because we don't want another little spill, do we? Okay, I think we got her all the way around. And we'll just tear this tape off. The backing, I mean. Ooh, is it coming? I'm not sure that's coming. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe it wants to stick to the fun foam a little too much. Let's see. Oh boy. This is not working. The red tape doesn't even want to stick to the fun foam. That's weird. That's very weird. Ugh, you've got to be kidding me, guys. It's not sticking at all. Look at that. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, we're going to have to take this off. I'm going to pause it. Well, guys, basically, I just wasted that red tape. So we're going to go with the glue route again. And this time, we are going to put something heavy on it and let it have some more time to dry. Okay. Let's get this really, we got to get a good bead of glue now. Not just dots. We got to get, see if I can do it right-handed. This is very awkward left-handed. Very awkward. But it just might be just a little bit too much squeezing for my right hand right now. Come on there, glue. It just doesn't want to come out, does it? Not very well. We got to have a good run of glue here. Okay. Now we're going to turn this right side up. And we're going to put this straight as we can. And I'm going to get something heavy to set on it without shifting anything. Okay. And I guess I'll just put, this is where I keep my little silicone mats. So we'll just let that stay there. I'm going to pause it for now and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm still letting this stay on top of the card base to help that glue to adhere. And while we're waiting, I have my Altenew Tropical Forest Fresh Dye ink. And I have a happy birthday sentiment. And I think I'm going to set this on top. I don't know where else to put it. I think we'll use this moss color. And we're just going to do a little, oh boy, a little outlining of the sentiment. So we can put it on top of the card base, because this will be a birthday card. Okay, I think that'll work. It's actually kind of dark. See if this will show. We'll put this back. So just to fill a little time. Moss, olive, parrot, bamboo. These are nice little tropical forest inks. Okay, let's see. Press this down just a little more, maybe. Oh, I hope you guys have been doing well. I'm gonna close this glue bottle while I'm thinking about it. And let's see how it's coming along here. I'm afraid to even turn it over, honestly. Oh, yes, it worked. Very good, very good. Okay, now, I also have some greenery. Let's get that out of the way. That we could put on here. And we also have our little frame to cover that. Oh, that doesn't cover very well, does it? Well, you know what? It'll look like it's part of the layer. That's what it will do. Okay, so what I want to decide is, do I want to put this little greenery like inside here and then put the frame? I could do that, couldn't I? Sure I could. I think it looks a little funny. Okay, we won't do that. We'll glue this cover on top, and then we'll glue the foliage on. Now we won't need quite as much glue, but we still need a good run because this is going on acetate. See, the acetate is on top of the fun foam. So we need a good amount. Whoop! Silly glue bottle. It's kind of hard when you're doing it with the opposite hand. Okay. Let's glue this on here. And then I'll put something heavy over it too. This is definitely kind of maybe not my best work. Okay, let's set this on top again so it has a chance to set and dry. And I guess I'll just leave this out for now. Is there something else I can chat about while we're waiting? Well, I'm sweating up a storm here, and I see what I thought was going to be a shorter video is already 28 minutes long, so I apologize for that. Anyway, let's give this a good press, and then hopefully we'll be ready to finish this card up. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, it's not my best work, but you know what? We're just going to roll with it, okay? So I've got this greenery, and we're going to put it on here. Not sure exactly where I'm going to put it, but this is a little awkward. Let's put this over here. Okay. If I need to, I can trim a little bit of that off. Let's see, do I want to add another one? Actually, that would kind of cover up that corner, wouldn't it? And that would be okay. Let's do that. Okay, I'll try my right hand now. I better not. It's a little too much pressure for my wrist. Okay. Let's get this on here. I probably put glue on where I really didn't need it, but that's okay. Okay, do I want to put this one on? And we could do this, couldn't we? How does that look? Okay. Let's just give it a go. Okay, come on, glue. You haven't been open that long. Okay. We'll put this on here. Okay. And then we're going to glue this happy birthday sentiment. And we'll put it right here. And then we'll have a shaker card. This could go feminine or masculine, I think. So, I don't know who I will give this to yet, but I'll keep it in my stash and then we'll figure it out. Pretty cool, huh? Even with the slight little boo-boos here, I still think it's a decent card. So, one last thing we need to do. We need to stamp our Handcrafted with Love by. I think I'll be able to do this with my right hand. I'll just press it down with the left. Ah, not too bad, I guess. Okay, guys, here you go. A shaker card made with some scraps of cardstock that have been glued with tissue paper, Mod Podge, all that good stuff. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate your patience if you're still here, and I hope to see you in my next video. Remember, I post my videos Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Take care, guys. Bye.